and we're ready to kick it off. And just on behalf of the Manatee High School Alumni Association, for those of you that don't know me, I'm John Vita, and I'm still your president. So I think it's 25 years now or something like that. So it's been a while. But thanks for being here. Thanks for coming out and supporting your Alumni Association. We love that so many people have come out and are part of what we're doing. Mrs. Boone is telling me already the 50-50 raffle is underway. Tickets are $5 each, but the deal is 5 for 20. So she's not a math teacher, but even she can do that math. It's a deal. But anyway, welcome. And I'd just like to get started out by making some introductions and thanking some of the people that have made this possible for us. Our board works tirelessly in the Alumni Association. It's a labor of love, but to bring everybody together and see things like this happen really is a wonderful thing. Our board that's here tonight is Rich Morris, Bob Latessa, Bowen Summer, Linda Boone, Lee Lewis, Tom Seifert, Terry Rader, and Carolyn Keller. So thank you, board, for being here. Give everybody a little wave. Let them know who you are. You guys are awesome. We couldn't do it without you. We'd like to also welcome our past outstanding alumni and Athletic Hall of Honor recipients. In 1999, our outstanding alumni recipient was Dan Miller from the class of 1960. Dan, thanks for being here. In 2014, from the class of 1963, also an Athletic Hall of Honor honoree is Joe Canan. Joe, thanks for being here. I'm going to tell you to come in with your lovely wife. In 2016, from the class of 1960, Carolyn Geist Keller. In 2023, from the class of 1974, Linda Gartley Boone. Boone. In 2023, the last I heard, we got a text from her, she was circling the airport because there was a plane on the runway that was out of commission, but Angela Coloniso from the class of 1986, our clerk to the court. And also from 2023, from the class of 1989, our 2023 honoree, Jackie Dzelski, our president of the Manatee Chamber. We'd like to thank our sponsors for this evening, the Milestone Financial Group. My team is here tonight. Thank you so much for allowing us to do this, guys. Aaron Parker from the class of 88 and his wife, Jennifer, the Parker Family Dental. They did a Category 3 hurricane sponsorship, so thank you so much, Parker. We'd like to thank Todd Stiletto from the class of 97. He's a Manatee County Deputy Sheriff, but he's also a videographer and guy that makes us all look good. So thanks, Todd. We appreciate you. Billy D from Billy D Photography is always taking great pictures of us and making us look great, and always around Manatee High School doing great things. So thanks, Billy, from the class of 2006. All the beautiful floral arrangements that you see around the tables right now were put together. King's Wholesale Florists helped with the flowers, and Fred Barnes always does a great job putting everything together. So thank you so much, Fred. We appreciate your assistance. All these cool signs and the things that you see on your table and that picture frame floating around. Kim Stewart Renault, she did those all for us. So thank you so much, Kim. She couldn't be here tonight. I think she's on a cruise or something. Thank you to Publix for providing our cake for us this evening. And of course, as always, Don Ide from the trophy case for our awards and what he's done there. So thank you so much to everybody for doing that. We're going to go ahead now and we're going to stand please for the Pledge of Allegiance. And after the pledge, we're going to have our national anthem and alma mater sung by the Manatee High School Chorus under the direction of Tommy Jamisco. So they're going to come up and they do an absolutely phenomenal job. So it's really cool to see them come in. Wait till you see them come in. It's impressive. So if you'll join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And come on up and we'll do the national anthem and alma mater, and then Dennis Stoller will give us our invitation when they're through with that.
I tried to do it to a old picture, Tommy. It just looks weird.
So that's why they didn't let me in chorus when I was at if anybody had any questions. I could have fixed it. But also just wanted to congratulate Gabriella Zajaback in English and Education. She's going to Rutgers University, and Henry Zhang in Music Education at Florida State. They were both scholarship recipients, and we awarded $35,000 to 21 seniors this year, bringing the total award across to $139,000. For being here, we appreciate it. And now I'm going to ask Dennis Stoller to come up and please give us our invitation, and then I just got a couple more introductions to make after that.
Great job, Mr. Javisco. Great job, kids. Great. Guys, it's my honor to be up here, and I'd be honored if you guys would join me in prayer tonight. Okay. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this night, and we're here to honor some incredible men and women who've done some amazing things. But the real honor is being able to stand here and praise you and thank you for all the things you've given us, Lord. For life itself, for the breath of life that we have right now, for our family and our friends. We have so much, the beauty of this earth, so many things to be thankful for. And thanks doesn't seem to be enough sometimes, but that's the best word we've got, so thank you. Lord, we ask that you would bless this food to the nourishment of our bodies, and we invite you here to be with us tonight. Just be here amongst our fun and our fellowship and the honoring of these special guests tonight. Lord, we love you in a special way, and it's in your Son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Dennis. You can be seated. And I just want to make a couple more introductions of the wonderful, wonderful people who support us, not only in Manatee and the district and everything else. And Dennis is a great example of the support that we get from our high school faculty, administration, and staff of what they do. So we'd like to thank our immediate past principal for all she did for us and is still doing for us. But they moved her downtown, and she's the executive director of secondary schools, Sharon Scarborough. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And our Manatee High School principal, Shane Hall. Thanks, Shane, for all the support you give us and for being here tonight. Our athletic director, Matt Bowling, is here tonight with us. Thanks, Matt. Go get him Manatee Athletics. We love it. Denise Briggs is an assistant principal. Did she make it here tonight? Not tonight. Okay. And you already met Dennis. And then our guy that has just been celebrated for 25 years of service to Manatee High School, touched the lives of thousands of students, adults, wrestlers, people across the nation, literally, this guy has done, but he is putting in his service. Help me welcome Andy Guglielmini. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and enjoy dinner now, and then we'll be back up for a few remarks and to meet this year's class of outstanding alumni. Enjoy dinner. For taking care of us here tonight. We appreciate it. And she finally got here. Angel Coloniso, where are you, Angel? Stand up. So Angel flew back this morning from Washington, D.C., where she was sworn into the U.S. Supreme Court bar this morning and flew home to be here tonight. So she's like hanging out with all the Supreme Court justices and stuff, and she came here just to be with us. So thanks, Angel. We appreciate it. So let me bring you up to date on the Alumni Association and kind of some of the stuff that we have going on. It's amazing every time that we have our board meetings, and I hear more and more about all of the membership that we have and the things that we're doing. I'm just constantly amazed at how this thing has grown, and I still say that we are the largest alumni association in the state of Florida, and nobody's challenged me on that. So we're going to keep saying it, and then somebody else is going to have to approve it. But we started the Alumni Association in 1994, and the Outstanding Alumni Program started in 1994, and 45 individuals have been inducted from 35,000 graduates. So it's kind of a cool thing. The Outstanding Class started in 2022, and we've already honored the class of 1960 and the class of 1987, and we're about to honor another class from the 80s tonight, so you'll hear more about that later. The Athletic Hall of Honor started in 2016, and 54 individuals and 13 teams have been inducted. The banquet will be October 17th, and the alumni game on the 18th. And they'll be introduced, the people will be introduced at halftime. and being honored, a really, really great class. Warren Bell from 1975, Kelly Bradley Grant from 1986, Brandon Carnes from 2013, and he's participating in the 2024 Olympics, so that's kind of cool that we have a Manatee High School graduate doing that. Kelly Christian Odell from 1987, Jim Lawson from 1957, Tommy Mayette from 2002, the 1932 National Championship baseball team. So, so that's kind of a cool thing to be honored for. And then the 1992 State Championship football team. So that's going to be a great thing here in October. Hopefully a lot of you can make it to that. And, the way that people get nominated for these honors is because people like you nominate them. The board doesn't go out and seek them out. We don't have anything to do with that. We want nominations from all of you so that we can nominate the correct people to do that. So please help us out with that. Our website has just exploded. We have contact information now for 27,000 graduates from 1937 to 2023. Yep, that's pretty cool, right? And the class of 2024 will be added after graduation this month. We have a complete list of graduates from 1896 to 2023, and that contains 36,000 people. So pretty cool. We've got records, as the school gets older and things happen, we've got 6,600 deceased classmates, including students who passed away before they had the opportunity to graduate. One of our graduates volunteers to put a record on the Find a Grave website with an acknowledgement of the year our alumni graduated. So we try to track that so everybody can know what's going on with their classmates. We've got databases for United States military services, first responders, medical alumni, and academic achievements, among other. We've got 2,400 graduates who haven't registered, and we don't have time to search for them. But the list is on the website if anybody has time to help. So go to the website, see if there's any names that you recognize on there, and please help us out with that. Our Facebook page reaches up to 50,000 people per post. I mean, it's crazy. Not all posts get that much attention, but there's a lot of people out there that are watching it. We're on Twitter and we're on Instagram, which I know gets a lot of attention. We've actually helped 6 alumni reunite with their class rings that have been lost. I mean, we've had like lawnmower services find Manatee High School class rings in the grass that they're mowing, and they send it in and tell us all about it. And we've found the people who have lost their rings, and we still get inquiries from people. Talking to us about, hey, can you help us with this? We had one ring that was missing for 53 years after being stolen from a football locker at Manatee High School, and we reunited that person with them. And that thief is currently under investigation with the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. So it's all good. Our memorabilia, if you look over here, a lot of that's been donated. If you know anybody that's got, memorabilia or somebody that passes on and their family's like, what do I do with this stuff? We're happy to take it. We love to have it. There's some really interesting stuff over there, and we love to bring it out to these events. We have commencement programs. Not all are originals, but we have them from all the years that are out there. So that's kind of cool that we can look at that. We're all volunteers and we operate on donations. So everybody that I introduced to you earlier, our board and everything else, we just do it because we love to do it, and we love to come to events like this, and we love to connect with our classmates. So I would encourage you, if you have a few spare minutes in your time, we would love to get more help, more support with our events and things that we're doing. We can really use the help. And we operate on donations. Everything that we've done, all the scholarships that we've given, we mentioned the amount of scholarships that we've given out earlier tonight. And all of that is just from contributions from our alumni. So it's been very, very generous, and it's absolutely wonderful to do. So thank you very much for those of you that have participated and made contributions to us. Memorabilia, and just join. If you haven't joined, if you haven't signed up, for the website to be recognized and have full access and to be able to look at that, please sign up. There's QR codes, there's information on the back of your program about how you can sign up for the Alumni Association. Did I miss anything? Okay, good. The boss says I did good. That's exciting. That's exciting. Well, thank you very much. So don't forget the 50-50 raffle. One more plug for that. We're going to do 50-50, and then we're going to raffle off the roses and the floral arrangements. They're bringing around some delicious cake from Publix now. So without any further ado, we're going to get to the introduction of the 2024 inductees to our Outstanding Alumni Association. So here we go. Our first inductee is Captain David Allen Abernathy, who graduated from Manatee High School in the class of 1989 and is being honored tonight for his military achievement. At Manatee, David was a member of the Key Club, Student Council, Students Against Drunk Drivers, and the swim team, among other interests. In his junior yearbook, he was one of 8 students spotlighted. Some quotes from the yearbook: greatest achievement, winning districts, and competing for the state in swimming competition. Like most about Manatee High School, my friend in having Todd Warnacki as a dedicated swimming coach. Best experience at Manatee High School was dating. I like that. Mine too. Most influential teacher was John Scott, who helped him develop a respect for English. Yeah, Mr. Scott's awesome. And Mrs. Rosen, who taught me who is boss and to follow directions. That's why I went into the military. Favorite quote: winning is everything. Favorite food: mom's spaghetti. And future plans: to become a medical professional and to compete in swimming in the Olympics. David's time at Manatee High School didn't include anything about the military, but his career is impressive. He enlisted in the Navy in 1990 and completed basic underwater demolition SEAL training. He received his officer commission via the Seaman to Admiral program in 1996. He later earned a Bachelor of Science in Financial Management and Masters of Science in Defense Analysis from the Naval Postgraduate School. David served in various operational and leadership roles at multiple SEAL teams in Virginia and California, as well as the Naval Specialist Warfare Development Group. He also led operations in Central and South America as the officer in charge of Naval Special Warfare Detachment South. From 2014 to 2015, he commanded SEAL Team 7 in Coronado, California. During these assignments, he deployed to multiple combat zones such as Afghanistan, Iraq, and East Africa, among others, and led countless combat operations, contributing significantly to our country's counterterrorism efforts. David assumed command of Naval Special Warfare Group 1 in 2021, in charge of the West Coast SEAL teams, a logistical support unit, a communications command, and a training detachment. He recently completed his tour as the commander of Naval Special Warfare Group 1 in August of 2023 and transitioned out of the Navy in March of 2024. His personal awards include the Legion of Merit, the Defense Superior Service Medal, 4 Bronze Stars, 1 with Valor, 4 Defense Meritorious Service Medals, 3 Meritorious Service Medals, the Joint Service Commendation Medal, 2 Navy Commendation Medals, the Navy Achievement Medal, and the Army Achievement Medal. In addition to the above, the Central Intelligence Agency awarded him the Agency SEAL Medal for the work he conducted with them. The contributions of the teams he commanded and with whom he served have been recognized with 5 presidential unit citations, along with various other unit awards. David was nominated by someone who asked to remain anonymous and wasn't aware of his nomination until he was called and congratulated for being chosen for this incredible honor. After traveling worldwide, he lives in Tampa and is the Chief of Staff for Corrugated Supplies Company. He is married to Paige Roser Abernathy, who is also a class of 1989 graduate, and they have two wonderful sons, David III and Lame Abernathy. Joining David this evening are his wife, his parents, David and Helen Abernathy, his brother Richard, a 1992 graduate, and his sister-in-law, Katie Abernathy, and his wife's twin sister, Kim Rosier, a 1989 graduate. Thank you for your service, David. Please come up and accept your award and say a few words. Congratulations.
Thank you. This is cool.
There you go. Here, we'll do a little picture here first.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. All right, well, thank you for that. I don't know where the dating thing came from. I don't remember that, but I ended up marrying my high school sweetheart, so maybe that worked out well for me in the long run.
One date. One date.
All right, so hey, let me start by saying thank you to the Manatee High School Alumni Association for the recognition, and congratulations to the other honorees. It's truly an honor to get recognized like this amongst my fellow recipients, especially my classmates of '89, Jackie and Reggie. When I first, and then Jackie Dzelski last year, so I guess we've got four now. Maybe '89 will be a class that gets recognized at some point in the future as well.
Love it.
Yeah. So when I first found out about it, it kind of took me aback a little bit. I really didn't even know this was a thing. Needless to say, now I know. And I love what the Alumni Association, I've obviously learned a little bit about it since finding out that I was going to be an honoree. Love what it does in terms of giving back to the community and especially to Manatee High School, so I think that's pretty cool. Let me say thanks to the person that nominated me. I'm told he wants to remain anonymous, but I do want to thank him publicly. I'm really humbled that he thought to do this. He, along, I think, with some others, because there was a lot of information out there that I don't think he had it, might not have had it all, I don't know, did a very good job of keeping the whole thing from me. I also want to thank my parents, David and Helen, who are here tonight. Your love and support has never been a doubt. The way you brought me up gave me the foundation to succeed in whatever I chose to do. Last, I want to thank my wife, Paige. Also, as was mentioned, an '89 graduate. We've been married for almost 28 years. You deserve to be up here just as much as I do. Living the life of a military family is difficult, requires a lot of sacrifice. That was especially true for you, dealing with a husband at war for more than 20 years. You endured multiple coast-to-coast moves, numerous 6 to 9 month deployments to war-torn countries, and we've lost a number of good friends along the way. Not an easy life. Let me close by saying thanks again to the Alumni Association for this honor, and it's been really good to catch up with folks, and great to see everybody here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Good seeing you.
Likewise.
Okay. Wow, kind of, very impressive. That's just awesome. Thank you so much for your service and everything that you do, and being the military family is awesome. We appreciate you, and we appreciate your sacrifices. So our next honoree is Reginald Jerome Reggie Bellamy, a 1989 graduate. And Reggie's being honored for his community achievement. Reggie is one of those rare individuals who was born and raised in Manatee County. At Manatee High School, Reggie was active in basketball and football and held almost every Manatee receiving record, catching 90 passes for 1,356 yards and 9 touchdowns. He was named the second team of the class of the 4A All-State team. As forward in basketball, he led the team in scoring with 18.8 points and 10 rebounds per game. During the summer, he worked as a group leader at Palmetto Boys and Girls Club and spoke at elementary schools about the dangers of illegal drugs. A 1989 newspaper article states that Reggie would wage a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and a drug-free American way. His plans at the time included playing football in college, earning a degree in criminal justice, and coming home to help as a police officer or FBI agent. After seeing many of his friends' lives ruined by drugs, Reggie was driven by his desire to fight drugs in every way possible and knew the key was for everyone to work together. Good strategy. Everyone signed to play football at FAMU, but decided, Reggie signed to play football at FAMU, but decided to join the military instead. He's a United States Army veteran serving at Fort Carson, Colorado, where he controlled ordering, receiving, and distributing supplies. While at Fort Carson, Reggie saw a bumper sticker that said, "Cane Pride, Rise Inside." Seeing that on a vehicle so far away from home stuck with Reggie, and he changed it a little while coaching freshman football at Manatee High School. Before every game, you could hear the team saying, "Cane Pride never dies," and it's still recited frequently by many of us today. Reggie earned a Bachelor of Science degree from Bethune-Cookman University, served on the Manatee County Board of County Commissioners, is a Senate appointee to the Florida Council on the Social Status of Black Men and Boys, and has spent 20 years working with the youth of Manatee County, both as an educator and as an executive director at the Palmetto Youth Center. As an educator, he taught at the Manatee High School as a dropout prevention coordinator, Algebra 1 teacher, parent liaison, boys basketball head coach, college academic advisor, and graduation coach. Reggie was nominated by Angel Coloniso and lives in Palmetto, where he's the executive director of the Palmetto Youth Center and a role model for today's youth. He's passionate about helping them have a bright future. His son Arthur Bellamy is with him tonight, along with his mother, Lucinda Page, brother Leroy Bellamy, and sister Stacy Bellamy, and a group of classmates, friends, and family. Thank you for your service in the United States military, Reggie, and to Manatee County in general. Please welcome Reggie Bellamy to the stage. Here you go. One more little picture of him. All right. Here you go.
Wow. And to follow Mr. Abernathy. Am I supposed to follow that? First of all, thank you for your service. An outstanding veteran career. Thank you for everything. So I did not write a speech because this is not about me. When you're identified as someone allegedly to be outstanding, it kind of, thank you. Can you hear me now? Because I can arrange for you to hear me. That's right down my alley.
Classroom voice.
Right, classroom voice. But the reality of this, I just want to take a moment to thank some people that's actually poured into me. Because I don't feel like you receive or accomplish anything without people that pour into you. And I'm very thankful. God has been very, very, very good to me for all the things that I've had the ability to experience in my life, and to stand here today and have some level of success based on the challenges that are out there in the world from 71 to this day right here. So saying that, the first people that I want to honestly thank, I have two classmates here. I have more classmates, but I have two that have been with me. Obviously, all of us are 71, but I always make sure I keep these two classmates with me because one I've known since going to church, and then the others, as far as Tasha, we've actually born 7 days apart, and you know they know all my fugly. And y'all can read between the lines with that. So just putting up with me as a classmate, and to the class of '89. And to the class of '89, I want to tell you all thank you as well. Again, about people that pour into you. You mentioned my accomplishments and the things that I've done at the Palmetto Boys Club. In order for an individual to become a positive contributor to society, someone has to show them the way, right? Someone has to give them the guidance. And when I received this award, I called a few people, but I made sure that I called Louis Morrell. And the reason why I made sure that I called him is because since age six, he's been in my life. Football, basketball, and baseball, believe it or not. And making sure as a mentor, I don't even think the word mentor was out in the late 80s or the early 80s. I don't even think that word was out. But Louis has always been someone that I can actually reach out to, or he'll reach out to me, and just support each other and make sure I'm doing things in the right way. Not to my family, not to my family. Out of my dad's 7 kids, you have 2 daughters, right? One, it may be one of you all, that's another story. The other one is who I call my only sister. And to be the baby, which is what I am, and then to have one sister in the house, and if you look over there and you see that stare, right? She has more endurance and more grit than anybody that I've ever seen. If she put her mind to do something, she's going to get it accomplished, whether you like it or not. That's just the way she is. But me being the baby and coming up, watching that, and she has endured so many things, again, that has poured into me and helped me be the person that I am. In March 16, 2001, I became a father. And that's right now the most important thing to me, outside of my mom. Lost my dad in June. But my son, unfortunately, has to endure all the different experiences and accomplishments, and the good and bad, that I'm responsible for. And he's had a hell of a life, from following me through basketball and going to college, from high school, going to camps and everything like that. And I just want him to know how much I love him and appreciate him. Now to my white parents. And it doesn't matter to me how anybody takes that. My freshman year in high school, I started playing basketball. I played football as well, but I started playing basketball. And I don't know how good I was. I'll let my basketball coach tell that story. But as things went on, I ran into the Sizemores as a family my sophomore year. And so a lot of turbulence was going on in my family nobody knew about. And I'm not going to go that far, but for them to embrace me and for them to take me home, make sure I get fed, giving me flashcards. And Coach and I used to make sure we got big mics on the way in, or quarter pounders. And for Mrs. Sizemore to have the fortitude to take me and where I was academically. I was low in math, I was low in English, and I was low in reading. I was low in everything. But I stand proud. Right. I stand proud because she gave me flashcards so I could have an extended vocabulary. She made sure that the flashcards, her and the late Ruth McCormick, they took time with me and they said, if you want it, we're going to give you an opportunity to get it. Right? This is why that Cane pride will never die. Right? Because they kept pushing silently. You need to do this, you need to do that. Now, that's my basketball coach wife. That has nothing to do with my basketball coach, who I played 3 years for. 3 years for, and I started on varsity for 3 years. And this is the reason why I will forever be grateful to them. To this day, a 6'5" bald black man can walk in their house, walk to the refrigerator, sit down, and eat just like one of their kids. And I'm always welcome. I have always been welcome to the Sizemores. And when you receive something like this, in my opinion, this is extended to them. For me telling you all thank you. Because sometimes I didn't necessarily know where I was going, left or right. Proud moment, and the coach told me don't go over 30 minutes. I'm not going to go that long, coach. Proud moment is when I passed the SAT. Wouldn't have done it without Nan Sizemore. No way. So I'm forever grateful for the Sizemores. Now to my big brother. And the reason why I have to tell him thank you is because I came up watching him at the youth center, at Manatee football and basketball, and all I wanted to do is be a little bit like my big brother. And he has more endurance. There's nowhere in the world I can endure some of the things that Red have endured. There's nowhere in the world I don't have the attitude, I don't have the character. He's one individual that I always look at and say, yeah, we look alike, but we act totally different. We act totally different. So with him having his birthday tomorrow, I have to tell him thank you. Now, I'm not crazy. I do know that I haven't spoken on my mother yet. Right? She's in her mind, she's like, Reggie, I should be first. And Mom, you are first. But sometimes they say the best for last. We've been doing a lot. We've been doing a lot as recent, losing my dad, losing my brother, and it's a lot of things that's out there. But I remember when I got ready to walk out of FAMU, my mom said, Reggie, what are you going to do? I say, Mom, I got it. Don't worry about it. Everybody was mad, everybody was upset. And from that point on, my biggest thing was to make my mom and the Sizemores proud. And here I am right now. For some reason, somebody thought it not robbery to say I'm some outstanding person. To our clerk, make sure you vote for her. To our clerk, she didn't ask me that, that's just me. That's just me. I don't want to just say thank you for acknowledging me. More importantly, thank you for your service and who you are to Manatee County and all the things that you do and endure to make sure fiscally our county is going in the right direction. Thank you to Manatee High, the Alumni Association, and there's nothing like, hold on, I can't forget Coach Canaan. Where is he? My guy. Coach Canaan, thanks for everything. I really appreciate you and Ms. Canaan and the late Harry Canaan for the impact that you all have put into my life to help me be who I am to this day.
You really do. Just keep going back and back and back and remembering all this stuff. It's very cool. Okay, our next honoree is Jacqueline Jackie Brighter, a 1989 graduate of Manatee High School. And she's being honored for her professional achievement. Jackie was extremely active at Manatee High School as a talented athlete, serving in leadership positions in many organizations and graduating in the top 10% of her class. She graduated from Florida State with a degree in industrial engineering and was inducted into the Tau Beta Pi National Engineering Honor Society. She earned her MBA from Emory University's Executive MBA program and was inducted into Beta Gamma Sigma National Business Honor Society, receiving the Decision and Information Analyst Distinction Award. Her career spanned different industries such as telecom, healthcare, higher education, software, financial services, and different business functions such as sales, marketing, technologies, operations, and finance. Her employers have been AT&T, where she'd led various organizations and functions, Vice President of Technical Infrastructure at Pharmerica, as part of a company divestiture, merger, and IPO, all in one business action. Vice President of Customer Success at CA Technology, where she consulted with global CIOs, won multinational organizations in various industries. Chief Information Officer and COO for the Gazuta Business School at Emory University, General Manager and COO for the Maris, where she ran a startup with private investors, led the company from concept to realization with new product launches and sales to Fortune 500 companies, and Vice President of Digital Innovation and Strategy at NCR, focused on customer and employee experience. Jackie is currently a board member for a for-profit organization, behavior consulting company, a past board member of the Year Up Atlanta, helping women move from poverty to living wages in a year, past vice president and secretary of Women in Technology, supporting girls and women in STEM fields, past board member, TechSmart, for seniors to educate them, to remain independent and connected, and past advisory board member for COO Forum Atlanta, a professional networking for COOs. She was awarded the Women in Technology Woman of the Year for Small Business, the Public Sector Impact Award from Atlanta Technology Professional, and was a finalist for CIO of the Year awarded by the Georgia CIO Leadership Association. What she really cares about is coaching and teaching others and building their confidence to achieve their career goals, especially helping women in STEM careers, creating a business environment where people can thrive and the company grows. She has a personal, contentious learning level of curiosity that she says can drive her and others nuts. Jackie is currently a partner and chief operating officer for Tax Connect, a sales and use tax outsourcing company overseeing sales, operations, technology, and people operations. She lives in Alpharetta, Georgia, and her spouse of 29 years couldn't attend tonight due to a death in the family. Jackie was nominated by her friend and 1989 classmate Jackie Dzelski, who gathered the information for the nomination by telling her it was for preparation for the 35th class reunion being held later this year. So her selection for this honor is a complete surprise. Joining her this evening are her parents, David and Beverly Brighter, her sister, Allison Brighter from the class of 1985, and Carolyn Manning from the class of 1988. Her Aunt Janet Sardone and nieces Devin, Jordan, and Carson. Please help me welcome Jackie Brighter. Congratulations. Congratulations. Absolutely. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Wow, I'm tired.
Here you go.
Thank you,
You're
thank you. So, I don't know, Reggie, they told me 5 minutes, not 30. I don't know how you got 30, but I'm impressed. So, good for you. No, thank you to the Manatee High School Alumni Association for all you do to keep us connected. 35,000 people, that's remarkable. You know, I've been lucky, or you might say unlucky, that I've spoken at a lot of events, 1,000+ people. I'm more nervous here, honestly, in front of family, whether family by blood or family by Manatee High School. We're all family, so bear with me. So picture this. By the way, that's a 1980 sitcom, Golden Girls. Anybody know it? For my nieces who probably don't know because they're too young. All right, picture this. A kid from New York moves to Bradenton, Florida, mid-fall term in 4th grade. One of the first people I met was Jackie Dzelski. Her family, her father, her mother, my softball coach, spent our entire time from then until high school graduation together. So you can imagine how much it meant to have her nominate me and trick me, and yes, I did believe her. So I was leaving the dentist, I got a call from Carolyn, numb mouth, I'm like, what? So thank you very much, it meant a lot to me. So it's a little odd being up here talking about a business career, knowing how amazing the other nominees are. With all the community service, academic, military, community. So congratulations to all of you. If they say the company you keep describes you, I feel like I'm in pretty good company. So thank you, Reggie, for your service, David, for your service to our country, and you totally deserve the Coolest Job Award that you've won every single reunion. Nobody else has a chance. But I do like to think of my career about as service also, whether on nonprofit boards, mentoring, leading teams, creating jobs, helping the economy. I think of business as service. I've already heard a little bit about my career, so I'm going to skip that part and just jump to say I think my career really started at Manatee High School. You know, learning to balance time between sports, academics, clubs, learning to lead as student council president and captain of softball and basketball, learning to learn. I was one of those crazy kids that took extra math and science classes just because. I still do it, hopefully always will. Learning accountability and responsibility. One of the ones that had to arrive early and do the announcements in the morning. I'm not gonna lie, there was many mornings that I was late and running through the hallways and trying to get there. So I think I'm still afraid to be late because of that. So it seems like Manatee High School teachers, classmates, I have you to thank for my career. I was recently asked to name a person that influenced my career, And my answer was my mentor, Reggie, there are mentors back then, of 25 years. And when that article was published, my dad says, what am I, chump change? And if you know my dad, it's pretty accurate. So I said, so really my honest answer is I would never have thought of my parents in that question because they didn't just influence my career, they influenced my life. So thank you, Mom and Dad. And my sisters for putting up with me, all the softball tournaments that you had to endure. My nieces, my aunt for being here, and all the family events I missed because I was working. And really my heart right now is with my wife, Susan. She couldn't travel, as you heard. Her father passed away, so she's with her mom and her brother, but she's on FaceTime. We've been married for 10 years, but together 29, and I'm not sure if it's the pesky laws or she wanted to make sure for 20 years that she was going to stay with me. But she's the one that's dealt with me through lots of crazy career moves and ups and downs and stupid long hours and travel and everything else that goes along with it. So this honor came at a time when I really needed it, really needed a recharge. Keep learning, keep growing. So thank you again. And a shout out to all my classmates that are here. Rachel, Betsy, Jackie, Cindy, Paige, Kim, David, everybody. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I'm really humbled that I can't really express, when we said earlier, thanks is not enough, how much this means to me. So go Canes.
Congratulations, well done.
You're next?
Soon. All right, Jackie, that's awesome. Okay, so why don't we take just a little break from our inductees and ask our principal. We neglected this earlier in the program, but I think it's important to have our principal come up and tell us a little bit about what's going on at Manatee and how things are going there. So he's new at it, but he's doing great. He's not new to the school. Shane Hall, our principal at Manatee High School. Here we are, sir.
Thank you. All right. Quick question for you. I need to gauge your readiness, all right? So I have a question for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Not bad. All right. You get one shot at this, or we do the long version. All right, here we go. We are
Manatee!
Great job. All right. I can still do the long version. Here's the long version. If you weren't ready, I have another question for you. Questions are important in education, so here's the question. Why or what makes Manatee special? Think about that for a minute. Don't shout anything out. I heard somebody getting ready to fire one off from the back. Think about it. 10 seconds. Talk to your partner. Share. You want to share something? I might call on you. Why or what makes Manatee High School so special? Think about it. Scarborough, I'll call on you. Anyone?
The people.
Sir? The people. The people. That's the answer. So here's what happens when you work at Manatee High School. You go out here in our wonderful community, you see people, you have your armor on, and they see that, and they say, hey, excuse me, you work at Manatee High School? Like, yes, sir, I do. You're kind of worried. You're like, whoa, hold on. What do you want? They say this, class of 64, third generation. Where do you get that?
Yep.
This is who we are. We are
Manatee!
Go Canes. That's how our school runs.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Like I said, they're so supportive of us, and Shane, all the best. Anything that we can do to help you at Manatee, please let us know. We're happy and we're here for you. All right, our next honoree is really a guy that really doesn't need any introduction, I don't think, but we're going to give it our best. He's just a staple of our community. So William Albert Bill Evers graduated from Manatee County High School in 1952 and is being honored for his community achievement. Bill was in the History Club and Student Council and voted friendliest by his classmate, which makes sense because he was the mayor of the friendly city. Now I get it. He was born in Rhode Island but raised in Cortez, where he knew net fishing and bartending. I like it. His daughter said, "Dad laughs that he graduated by the skin of his teeth, but he learned a lot in school." His family says he learned how to be mischievous and funny. After graduating, he joined the United States Merchant Marine and the United States Army. Upon discharge, he became a Florida State Trooper and later a Manatee County Sheriff's Deputy, where he reached the rank of lieutenant. He served on the Bradenton City Council for 6 years and as the mayor of Bradenton for 20 years. While in office, he was a member of the Florida League of Cities, where he served on many committees and boards and was elected president. It is a group of municipal governments that want to shape legislation, share the advantages of cooperative action, and exchange ideas and experiences to help others succeed. He was awarded the E. Drew Harris Municipal Official Lifetime Achievement Award for the Florida League of Cities. While mayor of the city of Bradenton, Bill knew the importance of planning for the future and was instrumental in building a $32 million water reserve for the city, fighting to expand the Ward Lake property and build the best water treatment plant for its time. As a result, the Bradenton City Council renamed the Ward Lake property to Evers Reservoir. Bill has been a Mason and Shriner for over 60 years, started the first Bayshore Boys Club, and chaired numerous fundraisers for different charities. Bill and his late wife, Jane, started FELT, Inc., Feeding Empty Little Tummies, raised the money, and ran the program until Jane's death. Bill is retired and now lives in Parrish. Bill was nominated by his daughter, Cindy Evers, a 1987 Manatee High School grad who is joining him tonight. Please help me congratulate William Bill Evers. I don't know. Come on, buddy. Hey. How you doing? All right. Congratulations. I'm doing fine. Come say hi. There you go, sir.
Oh, you want me up here?
Yeah. I'll give you a little microphone. You want to make a little political speech?
Oh, no. I'm not running for re-election.
He says he's not running for re-election, so it's all good. But congratulations, Bill. We're very proud of you and thankful very much for your service.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Great. Thank you.
You want to say hi?
No.
Okay. Good night.
They don't want to hear any speeches.
He says he's made enough speeches in his lifetime. That's awesome. I got one more to do. Parker. Yeah. All right. That may be the best speech that I recall from all of these things that we've done, so I like that a lot. Our next honoree is Mary Lynn Wang Parker, and she graduated from Manatee High in 1963 and is being honored this evening for her academic achievement. Mary Lynn was active in high school, graduating in the top 4% of her class with honors. She was involved in the Anchor Club, Linear English Club, National Honor Society, M Club, Societas Latina, Scholastic Achievement Society, Interact Club Calendar Girl, Senior Notable, the tennis team, and was a cheerleader and member of the Plymouth Exchange. We've heard that several classmates like to sit close to her when taking a test just in case they might be able to see her answers. I like that. That would have been me if I were in that class. She graduated from the University of Florida with a Bachelor of Science, UF with a Master of Arts in Physical Education and Health, and USF with a Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership. She was a high school teacher at Southeast and Palmetto High Schools, started a girls basketball team under Title IX, and coached cheerleaders. She was the Dean of Students and Assistant Principal at Manatee High School, where she founded Project Pride, a student leadership development organization. Mary Lynn was Executive Director of the West Central Educational Leadership Network, and later the Executive Director of Academics for the Manatee School District. She has, or is currently serving as a board member with New Technology Made Simple Now, also known as New Tech Now, bringing people together to improve their lives through technology. The League of Women Voters of Manatee County, a nonpartisan political organization encouraging informed and active participation in government. METB, committed to working cooperatively with all entities in our region. Manatee Fish and Game Association, proactively participating in the community by promoting sound practices to conserve fish and wildlife in Florida's natural habitats. Suncoast Waterkeeper, to protect and restore the Florida Suncoast waterways, and Manatee County branch of American Association of University Women Scholarship Foundation. Mary Lynn is the widow of Roy Chick Parker, who's in the Manatee High School class of 1960, and their 2 children are also graduates of Manatee High. She has 8 grandchildren. Mary Lynn was nominated by Joe and Linda Canaan. Joe's a 1963 classmate, and Linda graduated in 1967. Mary Lynn is joined this evening by her daughter from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Dr. Libby Parker McKenzie. She's from the class of 1981. And Libby's son, Will Briley, a student at Duke University. Her son, Dr. Aaron Parker, Manatee High School class of 1988, and his wife, Jennifer, along with a large group of her friends and supporters. Please help me welcome Mary Lynn Parker.
Well, hello there.
Hi.
How are you? Congratulations,
so
of course.
lovely.
Let's have our picture.
Thank you.
Here you go.
All right. I think I could send my voice across the room as well. I'm kind of caught between the 5 minutes and 15 seconds I have prepared and Mayor Evers' practice. I think he got the best response. So I'm going to kind of ad-lib a tad. I think one of the thrills tonight, when one of you came up to me and said, "Do you remember me?" And I looked at him and saying, "No, I'm sorry, help me out here a little bit." And he started giving me a context and kind of a time. And what I think people don't understand, I was not like Ronnie Fortner, who once he met a student and knew exactly where you sat 12 years later and what you said and what you did. And for me, unfortunately, it was like people passed through in this stream of wonderful kids, and they just kind of went into the same bucket. And it just flowed through. And so I stood there looking at them, trying to imagine maybe half the size and with hair and no beard. And finally he let me look at his name tag. And it was a young man that I had teased and joked with in the cafeteria, had a lot of give and take, and he indicated that he knew I had gone to the University of Florida. He wanted to go to the University of Florida. And ironically, I was going through some materials at home, and I found these orange legal size envelopes, and his name was up in the corner where he had written to me once he got to the University of Florida. Thank you. I was going to start out with a cheer. My classmates back there know it. Ready? We are the best at Manatee. We're the class of 63. And we had our 60th reunion last fall, and it's great to get together and reminisce, but better yet, to get to know each other as adults and parents and grandparents and now great-grandparents. And the camaraderie of having experienced our adolescence together just brings those nostalgic memories back so strongly that it's just heartwarming that our alum association has taken advantage of our loving that to be able to give out the scholarships they do. I really appreciate that and appreciate you having us here tonight. I've got some classmates with me. One, we rode the school bus together. I lived down at the Midway Trailer Park, which is now part of the airport runway. And Lynette Church and I rode that long ride through the gladiola fields and the celery fields to get to Jesse P. Miller all those years ago. And Sally Warner, whose last name had a W, so we were in homeroom together forever, who's here with us tonight, as well as Joe, who I've been a good friend with since he moved here, and we got to know each other at Jesse P. Miller and then Walker Junior High. That's cool. We all received a really strong academic foundation, and I spent about a third of my career at Manatee High, either as a dean of students, and thank God none of you came up to me and said, "Do you remember spanking me?"
You took my punchline.
I didn't do it. I had the 11th and 12th grade women. You don't spank women. The only time I did was when their parents begged me to because they didn't want them to miss cheerleading practice or drill team or something, and they wanted to expedite the punishment so they didn't have to go to detention hall. So I did chase around a couple of girls who did say they wanted, and their parents begged me to do it, but I'd have to chase them around the principal's office, and finally I'd say, "Just pretend I did it, okay? Don't tell anybody, we'll just pretend it happened." But when Carolyn called to say I'd won this recognition for academic achievement, it just kind of didn't make sense to me, because I don't know that I've achieved much in terms of academics, other than persevered through the slog of finishing my degrees. But I was eager to go off to University of Florida, but unfortunately, or fortunately, I'd fallen in love. And on the condition that he returned to college, I did marry Chick Parker after my freshman year in college. So we were together for a long time. When I got I finished my master's because he was kind of lagging along behind me to finish his degree. I went to Southeast High School, and I did coach the girls' first basketball team, propelled by Title IX. And Ellen Bell is with me tonight, and she was teaching there at that time. And you've got to know, when I watch the March Madness games, and Jackie, my athletes will know how thrilled we are to see women's sports accomplish what we've accomplished. But the particular nail biter was because Will is at Duke as a junior, and my other grandson, Libby's other son, Andrew, is a freshman at North Carolina State. The boys' team, the men's teams, was a real nail biter. So I sat with my NC State jersey on, and Libby's husband Ross sat with his Duke jersey on, and we fought it out in the living room while we watched the game go on. But one of the big things I've learned, and I think Reggie put the hammer on the nail on the head of the nail. You know, it's late. But you don't do anything without other people. It just takes all of us to do that. And so I've got to give some shout outs to my cheerleading table back there, because with AAU scholarship, y'all have done a great job with your scholarship program. And over the 20 years we've had the AAUW Scholarship Foundation, we've given over $300,000 to over 300 girls in the last 20 years. And Pat Eggleston, who's our president, and Marlena Yanella, and Alice Newland, and Pat Eggleston are here with me tonight. And thank you for coming. The other group that I am fond of, because I think it's, once I retired and after I took 10 years of watercolor lessons, because I always wanted to watercolor, and then Chick and I took the Master Naturalist course, because I always wanted to learn more about nature, I decided that I was going to give my time to groups that took action. And the group I found that took the best action was the Suncoast Waterkeepers, because they sue the SHIT out of people. So, through education, advocacy, and appropriate litigation, and the focus on keeping our coastal waters clean for fishing and swimming and ultimately drinking, we have, over the last decade, stopped 1 trillion gallons of polluted water from entering our waterways and added over $600,000 to estuary recovery activities. And our executive director, Abby Turner, is with me tonight. And then I've got to also make a plug for the League of Women Voters. Alice Newland, our president, Barb Aaron, and Judy Kryling are here with me, and they would want me to remind you that if you usually get a mail-in ballot, you need to re-register for it because all those were wiped away. So you've got to re-register for your mail-in ballot, and you better be looking at your registration currently to be sure you're still on the rolls. That's what they would want me to tell you. And then you need to look at 411 and the League's voter guide and learn about your candidates. And last but not least, with a little bit of spare time, a girlfriend and I from Gainesville started New Tech Now, which you heard a little bit about, but it's a summer and after-school program that works with the underserved youth and cutting-edge technology. And so 3D printing, coding, AI, virtual reality, all integrated with an emphasis on literacy through storytelling. And tonight, our New Tech Now Executive Director, Janelina Peppel, is with us, and she found this wonderful teacher who's a professional author who works with the kids with the technology that we bring to them. So I want to thank all of you for honoring me, and thank all of you who came out tonight, and for all the work we as a community do together to make this a better place. Thank you.
What?
Good evening, everyone. Now we have reached the time of night where John gets to take a seat, and we get to, I get to use the microphone for a little bit. My name is Rich Morris. I'm the Vice President of the Manatee High School Alumni Association. It is my distinct honor to introduce you to our next honoree. John Raymond Vita graduated from Manatee High School in 1983 and is being honored for his service and support to Manatee High School and the Manatee High School Alumni Association. John was active in high school as a member of the football, wrestling, and volleyball teams, the band, the Music Honor Society, the Key Club, and the Footlighters. He is a graduate of St. Leo University with a bachelor's degree in finance. His nomination states, John is an honorable, steady, reasonable man whose living experience included an embrace of Manatee schools. He's a friendly man, a volunteer, and a promoter of local causes. We couldn't agree more with that description. John was an MHS Key Club advisor, mine, from 1994 through 2022, is dedicated to advancing the interests of Manatee High School, and he's generous and effective with his time and effort. His other past and present community memberships include the Kiwanis Club of Bradenton since 1991, Manatee County Children's Service Advisory Board, Manatee County Economic Development Council, and Manatee County Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, the Manatee County Family YMCA Board President, Conquistadors Historical Foundation, Hernando de Soto Historical Society, Boy Scouts of America, Southwest Florida Board, Vice President of Manatee Wildcats Football for 20 years and has been our president of the Manatee High School Alumni Association since its inception in 1998. John was recently honored with the 2024 recipient of the Manatee Chamber of Commerce's prestigious award, the Bob Bartz Award for Outstanding Leadership. John has also reached notable heights in his professional career as a financial advisor. He started with Merrill Lynch after graduating from college and has earned his certification as a financial manager from the Donald T. Reagan College of Financial Planning. In 2009, since 2009, John has been a senior vice president for Morgan Stanley in Bradenton and was recently promoted to the role of executive director. Last year, John achieved the designation of Family Wealth Director, a designation only attained by 4% of Morgan Stanley financial advisors. Furthermore, John has been named a Forbes list Best in State Wealth Advisor since 2020 and has held the designation ever since. John continues to demonstrate fidelity to Manatee High School, and as president of the Manatee High School Alumni Association, has led us to be the best high school alumni association in the country, and dare I say the world. John was nominated by Andrew Andy Economos, Manatee County High School, class of 1955, who is also our 2019 outstanding alumni and who started the company that makes listening to music possible on your phones today. John lives in Bradenton and is joined this evening by his wife Tompi, their children April and Reese, his mother Marge Vita, his sister Tracy Vita, his nephew Ray Morris, and me. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, again, John Vita.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
5 minutes.
Well, that was it. That was an interesting introduction because I never played volleyball. I think I dated the volleyball team, but I didn't play volleyball. So some of y'all know what I'm talking about out there, right, ladies? Yeah. Okay. So, but I appreciate, I appreciate that. It's awesome. I got here tonight, and Coach Kanan came over to me and congratulated me, and I'll probably never, be in the Athletic Hall of Honor, and that's okay. But he said that I was the best football player ever graduated from Manatee High School, according to me. And he said I keep getting better every year. So, how can you do better than that? But, when it comes to community service, and it's just always been a way of life. It's just always been something that we were taught to do, that we've had examples to do, and that has just, it just happens. And so, having an example like my mom, Marge, who's here tonight, that many of you know, that's still going to Southeast Guide Dogs twice a week and volunteering, at the ripe age of 55, is just an amazing, it's just an amazing accomplishment. But Mom and Dad, really planted the seed and really, showed me that hey, it's really difficult for one person to go out and, really make a difference. But if you can get other people to join you, and if you can get a group of people that you can put together and are cohesive and everything else, you can really make a difference. And so that's kind of what I've done. And the joy and the benefit and the blessing that I have received from my service, and really most especially, serving as the Kiwanis advisor to the Manatee High School Key Club for all those years, and seeing people like David get up here and, talk about their accomplishments and their achievements, and so many of you, your children, your grandchildren, that have come through that have just been, a blessing and just very, very inspirational to me, and really kind of kept me going through all that. And as I look around the room and I see the folks here that, that really, are an inspiration to me, that have dedicated, their lives to service and, really tried to go out and make a difference and do what they believe in their heart is the right thing to do, have just been absolutely, inspirational to me. There's too many of you here to call out, but my experience through through the organizations that I've served with, my time in Kiwanis, working with people like Judge Gilbert and Dan Miller, and we tried to get Dan to join Kiwanis, but he never would. We even tried to make him an honorary member, and he's like, no, I don't want to do that. So that's okay. He was too busy serving in Congress and doing his thing. But role models and mentors like that have just been amazing people in my life. So that's just something that I just always wanted to try to kind of pay forward and to do. So it's just been an honor and a privilege to do that. So thanks, Mom. Thanks to my wonderful family, Tompi, Reese, and April, who have supported me through all of that, through lots of late nights. Bowen knows the late nights at the Wildcats fields when everybody else is gone and you're still there cleaning up and doing things, and they were just always a part of that. But what a special time in my life, what a special memory, to have been a part of that and to gotten to do that and been privileged to do things like that. And thanks to my classmates, it's just crazy. Just a few, there you go, 83, okay? All you 89 people, you're going to hear about a real class here in a minute, so let me just tell you. But, here we were just a couple of months ago, and, celebrating the very short 40 years since our graduation. And it's just been amazing, and to keep those connections and to make those connections is what this organization is all about, and what we do really, for each other. So it's great having you all here, and thank you very much for this honor. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. I still like the volleyball thing, though. Okay, so the outstanding class now, I am honored to introduce, as I am a part of that class. So that's kind of cool to be able to do that. But the class of 1983 just celebrated our 40th reunion with a tour of Manatee High School, playoff game, and a gathering of about 90 people right here for dinner. One of the classmates at the reunion donated $100 and challenged others to match his donation, resulting in $1,837 that was donated to the Purcell Scholarship Fund, and we were able to give out 3 Purcell scholarships this year, 4 Purcell scholarships this year because of that generosity, in a great man's name and a great man, a person that, what a history, what a part of the history of Manatee High School. The class exemplifies the school's alma mater. Many classmates have volunteered services to our local community, while others have volunteered in their current out-of-town or state communities. Coaching, building homes for Habitat for Humanity, raising scholarship funds for Manatee students, and serving their country in the military are just a few things to list. Others return home to teach, giving their lives to reach today's youth and continue Manatee's outstanding presence in this big little town. A few examples of their volunteering in the community include one student who coaches track students in the skills obtained from track at Manatee High. Another spent 2 years building homes at Habitat for Humanity, offering a hand up, not a handout, to the recipients. 5 classmates play in community orchestras, reaching up to 15,000 people in person and online. Their 3 classmates teach special needs to children. They embrace what they learned at Manatee High and use the skills to serve their community. Several have become doctors, serving their communities after Manatee's science department ignited their ambitions. One student served in the military for 23 years, using the teamwork learned in Manatee's sports program as he served and protected our freedom. Each year, a group from the class gathers to go over other ways to reach out to classmates scattered around the country. When it comes to meeting in person, conversations start as if there's no gap in time. The class of 1983 is one of a kind, sort of like a band of brothers and sisters who share a common bond and embrace life and community service. They're a class of philanthropists and always looking to support causes and help others. Classmates who are here tonight with us are Debbie Chastain Blankenship, Jackie Quinn Kate, Elaine Cox, Joni Forsell, David Horvath, Candy Mullen, Rhonda Spees Strawn, Kimberly Comstock Wilson, and John Vita. Come on up, everybody, and let's celebrate. We need everybody. Yeah, we need everybody up here. I'm sorry. Yeah, you got to come up for a picture. Where's the photo frame? Oh, this is mine. Never mind. Hang on. You can't have that one.
I want the certificate.
And the certificate. The lovely certificate. All right.
Thank you. Good job, John.
There we go. You do your 5 minutes. Look at
5 minutes.
all my girls here.
The women love John.
These girls wouldn't even talk to me in high school.
That's not true. I do want to say it's an honor to come before you on behalf of the class of 1983. I'm Candy Mulligan. We stand among giants tonight. Mary Lynn, you did spank Kim. As I was thinking about what to say tonight and preparing for this, I found this little statement. Friendship is so weird. You pick out a random human being who matches with a little bit of your own weirdness, and you declare this one. I want to go on adventures and do stupid stuff with this one. I don't know who wrote it, but I love it. We make choices through our whole life that affect us and affect those around us. As you've read the notes and listened to John tonight, you're choosing us as the outstanding class. I found myself focusing on 3 things that I think are outstanding about our class. Our love of this town, our love of Manatee High School, and our love for each other. When we graduated 40 plus years ago, Bradenton still resembled a small town. And Anna Maria was our own little paradise. Both have grown because the world has discovered how amazing this place is. And though we may be sentimental at times for how things were, the reality is we really wouldn't change a thing. Our big little town has grown, and so have the opportunities to serve and to enjoy it. Many members of our class have traveled around the world in places. But when we come back, we come home. Because we choose this one. This weird, wonderful little town is our hometown. Manatee High produced a lot of outstanding people. Coach Canan, we want to thank you for allowing the class of 1983 to be the first of 5 classes to win the football state championship. One person for us stands out. That's Jim Forsell. He led the music department for decades. He won so many honors from the state for his choir. Most of us just remember him as the voice on Friday nights for football. But to us, he was special for 2 more reasons. One was his son, Jim. He was our guidance counselor for all 4 years. His inauguration into being a guidance counselor was us. Sorry. His daughter, Joni, she was our classmate and our friend. I've known Joni since I was 12, and we were learning to play the guitar. I spent many nights at her home and knew Mr. Forsell very well. And if you think he was wonderful, you have no idea. When we were planning our 40th reunion, we knew we wanted to do something beyond getting together and hanging out. We wanted to decide on something that was important. So you know what we did? We decided this one. That's where we want to give and make a difference. Many of us kept in touch through the years, but the ability to connect really changed with social media. First, a group of us ladies started a Facebook page called the 83 Chicks. It was just a place to connect. If someone was coming into town, they'd go to the page and say, I'm coming to town, who wants to meet for dinner? Folks we didn't know in high school, we met them and said, this one. Jackie's one of those for me. Never knew her. She was an Islander. But she's somebody I met, and many of us met, and said, this one, I choose that weird one. We didn't stay chicks, we allow roosters. We have many of them in our little group. Then we started a Manatee Class of 83 page. We did it so we could start inviting people and planning our 35th reunion. We had such a success, we said, let's do it again. So we planned our 40th. It really was done through social media. To me, one of the most outstanding things about our class is our friendships. We've laughed, we've cried, supported each other. When we met for our 40th, we were all so surprised at how many of our classmates we'd already lost. So we made a commitment to be better at being with each other. Our time at Manatee forged us into who we are today. And though we've made a lot of friends since then, we always still look at each other at Manatee and say, this one, I choose this one. We're very grateful for Manatee High School. We're very grateful for all of you. We recognize that we stand on the shoulder of giants. We're proud of the legacy of Manatee, and we choose you. Go Canes.
Well said. Thank you. That's awesome.
Very well said. That's awesome. Thanks. I would recite our class chants, but I think it's inappropriate. At least the one I knew was Mrs. Parker would have paddled me. Okay, so a few other things of business. That's our class. Let's give them one more big round of applause. Everybody's awesome. Thank you so much for being here, and that was fantastic. So, Miss Boone, let's do our 50-50 raffle. She's got a big wad of cash in her hands, so that's always exciting. So get your raffle tickets ready. This all goes directly to the operations of our organization, so thank you very much for your generosity. And how much did we raise?
$740.
$740.
So that's $370 to the winner.
$370 to the winner. Okay, so shake them up. Here we go.
Woo! Okay, it's you.
All right. I don't want to pull my wife's ticket. Hang on.
You might
All right.
want to.
It's 384657. 384657.
Somebody's got to have it.
There it is. Oh, it's Boone's ticket. I love it. Congratulations. She has done this forever for us of all of our organization, all of our meetings and everything. Linda Boone does it all, so she brings them all in. So thanks, Linda. Congratulations.
And it's all going back to them. You're keeping it.
I love it. Take it to them.
All right.
Okay, so now we are going to do the roses first. So we'll do our roses first.
Okay.
So keep your tickets handy. We're going to go through this kind of quick. But for one of the bouquets of roses, how many are there?
6, I think.
6, wow. Okay, so 384-610. 384-610.
Somebody got it.
Okay, grab you some roses. Rich, can you just kind of hand out, Rich and Bob, can you guys kind of hand out those and keep us flowing along? Okay, the next one's going to be 384-509. 509, over there. Okay, we got one back there. Our next one is 384-483. 384-483. 483, it might be like all those people back there. 483. We'll come back to that in just a second. You guys can sit down. 384-483. All right, all the back over there. Okay. Next one is 384-476. 476.
There's one.
A one in the back over there. 476. Think there's one more?
I think so.
Next one is 384-657. 384-657. That was the first number. Yeah, there's a scam going on there, man.
Oh, because we've got to keep their coupons.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Oh, she got to keep the coupon. Yeah, okay, I get it. 384-520. 520. Deb Bell. All right. There we go. So now we're doing the centerpieces. Okay, so if you win a centerpiece and it's not one on your table, you get to go pick one off of somebody else's table, I guess, right? This is the first time we've done it this way, so let's just do it up. 384-594. 594. Okay, grab your centerpiece. Love it. 384-608. 608. Grab your centerpiece, 608. All right, there you go. Get it. 384-531. 531. There you go. Go grab somebody else's centerpiece.
It's Mother's Day weekend.
Mother's Day, these are suitable for mom. 384-553. 553. I don't know how many we got and how many we're going to do. 384-578. 578. 15. I don't know how many have I pulled. 578. Okay. There you go. Uh-oh. You get the flowers. 384-485. 485.
What?
485.
Choose what?
384-642. 642. There you go. You get a centerpiece. 384-595. 595. 384-584. 584. And 384-631. 631. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 384-601. 601. 4 more. 384-551. 551. 384-615.
There you go.
615. There you go. 384-633. 633. And 384-646. And that should do it. 646. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're going to see it. All of the winners, all of the recipients, please meet up here on stage so that we can have a group photo taken. If you were honored tonight, please come up on stage so that we can have a photo taken. Thank you.